Good morning, everyone. Today we are doing volume of a cone. As you can see, it's very similar to volume of a cylinder in the fact that it has the same formula, pi, radius squared height. But now, today we're going to divide by 3. If we were in class, Mr. Ryan and I would show you how we can do 3 cones into one cylinder with water. And you can try that at home if you want, as long as you have the same bases. But sometimes you will also see the formula written as big B times height divided by 3. What big B means, area of the base. And we know that the area of a base of a cone cylinder is pi r squared. So Mr. Ryan and I try to write it as simple as possible so that you can still understand what it is. So that's why I break it down. Mr. Ryan breaks it down from big B, because sometimes that can be confusing, to just pi radius squared, because we know that's the area of the base. So for this particular problem, I'm going to do volume equals pi times 6 squared times height divided by 3. So I can simply just go into my calculator. Pi, we know, is 3.14 times 6 squared times the height. Now, I always tell my kids in my class to hit enter first, because sometimes in some calculators, it'll take a third of the last number versus a third of the whole thing. And for this case, we want a third of the whole thing. So definitely go ahead and just hit enter and then do divide by 3. And we get volume equals 301. Hello, let's get back on the screen. Sorry, 0.4 centimeters cubed. And again, remember, it's centimeters cubed because we are multiplying 3 things together. Now, in the second example, you can see from the first one we had radius, now we have diameter. So we learned in our last lesson with cylinders is that the diameter is, or the radius is half the diameter. So if you're not sure, 9 divided by 2 is 4.5. So that's the radius we're going to use. So volume equals pi times 4.5 squared times your height, which happens to be 10, divided by 3. Whether you use parentheses or you use the time sign, it doesn't matter. The high school is going to want you to use parentheses, so try to get into that habit. All right, here we go. 3.14 times 4.5 squared times the height. Again, remember, hit enter and then divide by 3. And we get to 11.95. So normally I would say round to the nearest tenth. But, round to the nearest tenth. But remember, this bumps this up and this would bump this up, and we don't want to round to the whole here. So in this particular example, just leave it to the hundredths. So my volume is 211.95 or 95 hundredths centimeters cubed. That is how you find the volume of a cone.